Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the drive-thru. You may notice something different, and that is that we are broadcasting from the ceiling.
Wow. So we got a tough question here, and we're given this is number 13 from 10-4. And we're given 4x squared over 49. No, well, 4x squared plus y squared equals 49. Now, what I'm going to do is divide everything by 49. Got a little ahead of myself there. Okay. And what that's going to do is give us like a more standard equation of an ellipse. So you get 4x squared over 49 plus y squared over 49 equals 1. Okay, now, this isn't something that I've had you do before, but I think this might actually make sense. What if you divided the top and the bottom of this fraction by 4 and write it in a way that you're not used to writing it? You would get x squared over 49 over 4 plus y squared over 49 equals 1. Now remember, that our A has to be bigger than our B in order to find the foci. But let's just take a break from finding the foci, and let's just graph this thing. Okay? Sorry. Right. So, how would we graph this thing? Well, we would just need to find the co-vertices.
The COVID disease?
Not the COVID disease, the co-vertices. So you should notice that if I put in a 7 for y, I get a 0 for x. Or if I put in a 0 for x, I get a 7 for y. I could also get a negative 7. Now, if I put in a 0 for y, then I have to put in a 7 halves or a negative 7 halves for x if I get a 0 for y. So that's a tricky part of this question. So now we know that this is a vertically oriented ellipse, okay? And we know the foci are going to lie here and here. So to find the foci, you go c squared equals a squared minus b squared. This is why a needs to be bigger than b. This is our a squared, because our a is 7. And b squared is 49 over 4. Okay, so c squared, let's see. 49 over 4, that's 196. So I multiply this thing by 4 over 4 because I need common denominators to add or subtract fractions. So you get c squared is 137 over 4. So c must be radical 137 over radical 4, which is 2. Okay? Now, how do we get this from the answer? Well, radical 37 is actually radical 49 times radical 3. Aha. So the answer is 7 radical 3 over 2 for our C. So what does that mean? Well, this is actually a plus or minus, which works out well. And those are our foci. These points right here. So the foci will be 0, comma 7 radical 3 over 2 and 0, comma negative 7 radical 3 over 2. I hope that helps. Marley, can I get a boom?
Boom!